Hey everybody, Mike here with the Bearded Buffoon, and today I would like to talk to you a little bit about something really important to me: ear protection. Now, I've done many things in my life that have been quite harmful to my hearing. I used to do car stereo competitions. I used to be a judge for car stereo competitions. I've been a firearms instructor for quite some time. I work for a firearms manufacturer. I'm on ranges all the time. And when I'm out there, I'm usually out there for hours on end. So quality hearing protection is something I highly recommend you look into and you invest in. Now that's one thing though, is there's so many to choose from out there. Electronics are some of my favorite because being an instructor, this allows me to be able to talk to somebody in a normal tone while on the range, still hearing them. But these actually have like sensors in them that cut off the sound when it goes over a certain level. So it's still not going to let the loud sounds like gunshots and things like that to make it through and damage my hearing. There are plenty of electronic ear protection manufacturers out there that don't work quite so well. I don't want to throw any of them under the bus because as long as you've got some, at least you're in the right direction and you're working to protect your hearing. But these 3M Peltor Tactical Pros, I have had these since, I want to say at least 2010. I've oddly only changed the batteries in them twice. I didn't realize it when I got them, but they have 1,000 hours battery life. And I can vouch for the fact that that is very true. These things last forever, even full 8-hour days on the range. I've had significantly less expensive pairs that don't hold up quite as good. But these things are getting kind of old. They need a little TLC. So instead of me getting a new pair of hearing protection, I decided I would revamp these a little bit. So today we are going to look at things I can do to these. One of the things you're going to see is I have a couple openings here. These little openings are where the original like foam covers would go over to help you from getting wind noise. So these are actually the microphones themselves, but just over time they've been beat up. The foam got stretched out, so we are going to replace those little covers. As you look here also, you're going to see it's not that one, it is this one. The headband part just keeps coming loose. So when you're on the range, that just kind of makes things a little bit awkward. So I'm constantly having to find myself fixing these and putting them back together, and even then, it's just going to fall right back out. The headband, it's a little small for me. We're going to check that out a little bit too. And then just the ear cuffs themselves, you know, they're kind of a vinyl-y material. You can hear them crinkling and stuff. They just don't quite seal like they used to. So I'm going to do a little bit of revamping, including putting a new set of batteries in these. So what the parts are that I've got, I did order directly from Peltor, 3M Peltor. I've already opened the package, but from 3M and Peltor, I got a new headband for, I believe it is a set of the Taccons. So these are going to be the replacement for my headband because the pieces that attach to the earmuffs themselves aren't broken. And these are the only ones I could find that were actually the 3M Peltor brand. And I didn't want to really cheap out on these and go with some off-brand. So I actually got the 3M Peltor ones. Included with those, I got new little foam microphone covers, and I was really surprised at how destroyed my old ones were. These are also 3M branded products. I've already tossed the packaging on these, but I have these ready to go. And then last but not least, I got some new gel ear cups. So this is one of the ones that I did go ahead and skimp just a little bit on. I've had a lot of people say that this Pro Hear brand is a very good brand, and they are like less than half the price of the replacements for the actual 3Ms themselves, or the Peltors. So I'm going to have some new ear cuffs that are going to go on these, and we are going to just really revamp this hearing protection. So I'm not really sure what the best place to start is on these. I kind of have a plan in place. I'm going to see how well I follow it. But since the actual ear pro themselves are attached to each other via a cable, I figured the best thing to do to start with is probably going to be to get the cable out of the ear band here. And it looks like this stuff is just a plastic or vinyl that was probably just heat sealed together. So I'm gonna go with a good old pair of shears here, and I am going to carefully start cutting all the stuff that is retaining the cables to the ear bands off. So this might be a little bit of a boring part, so I don't want to do anything too dumb. Oh, this is actually going as smooth as I was hoping it would. Good pair of shears. Get in there. Oh yeah. And oh, missed one little spot that I didn't cut all the way through here. So now I should have, my cables are completely free here. Now, one of the things that you're probably not familiar with on the 3M and Peltors is there is a little bit of a clip system here that holds the muffs to these arms. And the easiest way to get these out is you actually just turn them 90 degrees, and then these are just going to pop right off. So there, I have one free. We're going to take this one, rotate it 90 degrees, pop that free, and pop that free. So this is my old busted headset that I really don't have much of a use for anymore, especially considering I just cut it. So we're just going to toss that. So now I'm looking at my ear pro kind of in a bit of a naked form. And I guess the next thing I'm going to do is, just because it's really ready for it, is I'm going to take and I'm going to put these replacement windscreens or foam pieces over the microphones. Nice thing about it is there's a little bit of a recessed lip here. There's a piece of plastic insert here on this. And this is actually going to be really simple. It is, be careful not to break the little tabs inside, but just put even pressure all the way around, and then you heard it click in place. So just like that, I have the windscreen cover over that one. Here we're going to do the same thing. Again, it's just kind of line it up. You'll feel little tabs in there in the foam. Be careful not to put pressure on those, because as much pressure as you're putting on, you could break those things off. And just like that, those snapped right into place too. So I have those replaced. I think the next thing I'm going to do here is I am going to replace the little ear cuffs. These are a lot simpler than people would think. All you really need to do is just get your fingers inside of here and pop them free. I mean, they literally just came off that easy. I think I'm going to reuse the foam underneath it with the new ear cuffs. Ear cups. I keep saying cuffs. Which one is that? Let me know in the comments below. I think I've been saying it wrong. It's probably ear cups. But old ones, might still keep a hold of those, just for the fact that it's always good to have spare parts around. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take and put the foam back in there. Then I'm going to take one of the new, what did we decide we were going to call these? I'm just going to call them ear cup. There's a little bit of a lip inside here. These actually just snap right into place. And I've seen so many people struggle with trying to get the old ones off. I'm not sure exactly what it is they're doing. As you can see, mine just really popped off on me there. But you want to just go all the way around here and get a good seal so they lock all the way around. So one done. Like I said, I've seen people struggle. Like I've seen people say, get razor blades and stuff and stick in between here to pry it apart. That just seems so unsafe when you can literally just reach inside here and pop it free. So the next one, we're going to go ahead and grab that, put the foam piece in place. Let's put the new replacement on here, and we are just going to put pressure all the way around. There we go. So we have two kind of refurbished earpieces. You know what? While I've got it out of the way and I don't have to worry about anything else being in the way, I think it's time to go ahead and get rid of these old guys. I'm curious if there's a date on them. There's a printed date probably from the manufacturer that I don't know what it equates to, but we are going to go ahead and put in some new batteries, and hopefully I'm doing this right because I'm looking at a little diagram here compared to that. Oh, I already have it wrong. I should have paid attention to what I just took out. So that should be the case. Close that up. And I'll tell you what, before I get too far ahead of myself here, I'm going to go ahead and power them up. And I have something. Do I? I don't know. I can't hear anything. Can I hear anything? What do we got going on? Guess I'll just try them both here. Okay, I know I probably look strange, but I'm just, before I get too much farther, I just want to make sure these things are working. And they appear to be, so I'm going to go ahead and shut them off. There's my beep shutting them off. Now it's going to come the time to put the new headband on. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a trickier process because I have to kind of take this apart to be able to feed the cable back through. But I don't want to be fighting with it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Ear Pro back into these and get them all lined up. Now, one of the things you're probably going to see here is, I'm going to see how well I can hide this. You'll see one piece is a little bit longer. This is because this headband is a replacement for I believe it's the Tacons. So these are made to have a microphone that comes down so you can actually hook it to a radio and have your Ear Pro on while still communicating with other team members. I'm not going to use that, but I don't have to worry about cutting that off because I could possibly use it later. But that part does go to the front, so that is going to go to the same side as the microphone. So we are going to take and hopefully do this upright. I'm going to try to keep all the cables on the inside. So we are at 90 degrees. We are fighting it. We are at roughly 90 degrees. Try and pop those bad boys in. Let's go ahead and extend those a little bit because, oh man, those are so tight compared to my older ones. That's a refreshing change. Trying to remember now if this cable was supposed to go on the inside or outside. I am gonna say I have it wrong. So I need to change these really quick. I apologize. This is a learning moment for me also. So we are gonna pop those bad boys back off, and let's see here. See, this is just a jumbled mess. This is why I wanted them on there more. So what did I say? I said I wanted this on the outside. So try to keep track of that. 90 degree. Pop on. 90 degrees. Popped on. Microphone boom to the microphone boom side. There we go. So that's better. So that is going to go all the way around. Outside. This is going to stay on the outside also. So now it comes time to put on this one. A lot of spring action, a lot of stuff kind of fighting against me here, but I think we're going to get through it pretty good here. Wow. This one's not liking me at all. Oh, you know why? Because I was trying to go bottom first. I need to go top first. I was trying to put it on upside down. Didn't know that that would make that much of a difference, but it appears to. Whoa, that was fighting me. Take and clip that last one on here. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and extend that. Rotate it down. And we kind of have refurbished Ear Pro right now. So now what I have to do, oh, I thought I fought it, but I didn't. I got the cable under. I need to have the cable on the outside. So I'm just going to pop one free here. Get that up free. Snap that back together. So let me see if I have this right. Do I have this right? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I don't know. I'm messing something up here. Outside. You know what? I think I had it right. You can tell I haven't done this before. This is all a learning process as I'm doing this. So, but I am getting a lot better at clicking the little pieces onto the Ear Pro. So here you're going to see there are a bunch of these little tabs that unlock all the way around. And this is basically going to take this protective band off, or at least open it up to the point that I can now get this into the channel here. So I'm going to take this cable and I'm going to feed it all the way to the front side of this cover. You know, it might have just been easier to do that to begin with. Just take the whole thing off, put the cable there, and then put it back on. So right now, the cable is mostly all in here. Now, I need to align everything back up and start snapping these little covers back on. So, go all the way around here, snapping these in place. Kind of feeling for the cable as I'm doing this, making sure things feel like they are in place. Just routing things just right is what we're looking at here. Just I'm sure there's some things to get used to on this a little bit. Feels a little weird. Things don't quite feel like they're lining up. There, now, see, now they're starting to feel better. Lock that in. Just trying to keep an eye on where that cable's at. I don't want it to get pinched or anything in there. It feels like it's binding up a little bit, but it also feels right. I know that doesn't make sense, but we're gonna see. So we're getting closer. Got those locked in all the way around. And now we have these little under tabs that that's probably the technical term for them. So that's what I'm just going to roll with. And these are going to allow you to take and get your extra cable, lock it in, push that all the way through so that it comes all the way through there. Same on this side. And check for, I could pull a little bit of slack out on this side, even it up, and there we go. We have, ooh, those things are nice and snug. Man, hard to believe that my ear pro was that tight at one point. So there we have it. We have a whole new 3M Peltor headband. We have new ear cups. We have new foam microphone protectors and a fresh set of batteries. So who knows how much longer these things are going to last me. And I'll tell you what, these new ear cups, I don't have anything turned on right now. I need to turn them on so I can hear what I'm saying. Wow, they block off so much sound and they are so much more comfortable than these old things. Wow. I'm a little blown away at how clear things are again. Like I remember for a while, I don't know if it was the microphone protectors or just these wearing out, sound was getting through and I was kind of having to a little bit on the range. So I'm curious if I'm wearing iPro while on the range, how comfortable are these still? Wow. Okay, that is night and day difference compared to how these things felt. This is definitely something I would, hang on, make sure to turn these off. They will auto shut off, that is nice about them, but you know what? I did just put new batteries in. Let's go ahead and try to keep them safe for a little bit longer. But wow, instead of spending, I don't know, $130-ish on a new set of 3M Peltors that aren't to the quality of these, I spent less than that to bring these back to life. And you know what? I also have this Flatline Fiberco shall not comply headband protector. It'll probably go on there too. So guys, there you have it, ear protection. Definitely spend the money and get some good quality ear protection. I cannot stress that enough. Your ears will thank you. Another thing, if you find yourself on the range quite a bit, put some identifying marks on them so that you know that they're yours. You get to certain locations and some people have ear pro that looks a lot alike, and you wouldn't want to have somebody else walking off with your ear pro. But there we go. 3M Tactical Pro revamping. Hope you guys had a little fun on this journey with me and maybe learned something. If you got any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you soon.